Welcome to 3A State Softball here presented to you on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom in partnership with KSL Sports. And we are bringing you the game of the Canyon View Falcons and the Morgan Trojans. We want to thank our sponsors, Rocky Mountain Chevy Dealers, Utah Community Credit Union, Intermountain Power Service Corporation, Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Sunrise Engineering, San Pete Still Moroni, Beaver Valley Hospital, Nephi Federal Credit Union, Beaver Medical Clinic, Barney Trucking, Honey's Marketplace in Kanab, and Jones and DeMilling Engineering. And without these sponsors, we would not be able to bring you this state softball weekend. And leading off today, we will have the Canyon View Falcons are the designated home team, as they are the number 2 ranked team in 3A. And the Morgan Trojans are the number 7 seed. So Morgan will start off to bat, and they will start off with number 12, Lexi Hardman. She is the third baseman. The pitcher for Canyon View is number 17, Ellie John. And that first pitch is a called strike one. Here's the second pitch. That one swung on a slap hit to the third baseman. And that is a 5-1 out for out number 1. Number 18, Tess Pollard will be up. She's a senior batting .500, so a big hitter for the Trojans. I'll take the ball 1. Here's the pitch by John. Swung on, hard hit. That will be a pop-up to the shortstop for out number 2. John doing a good job for her team in the center. She's making the Trojans put the ball in play, and her infield is taking care of business. There's John's first pitch for a called strike one to Kaya Peterson. Peterson is a sophomore batting .424 on the season. And there's a hard hit, and that one will drop in the outfield for a single as Peterson finds her way for the first hit of the game. For the Falcons, we have John on the mound with Cameron Allen behind the plate. Shout out to the Orton family and the Allen family. Then we have Avery at first. There's another hit, almost same spot, and then it's going to drop in for another single. They think about still going to third, but they were held up. So 2 straight singles for the Morgan Trojans. And that one was Josie Kelly.
Doing the catching, number 5.
That will bring up Elena Berklin. She is the catcher for the Trojans. Called ball 1 in the dirt. And she's a senior batting .435 on the season. John steps on the plate. Here's the pitch. That one swung on hard, foul back, strike 1. And Brooklyn will step up to the plate. Cameron sets up on the outside. There's another foul ball, strike 2. Count is 1-2. Here's John on the mound. 2 outs for the Falcons. That one swung on and gets past the shortstop, and she's coming home, and great job by the Falcons. Oh, and they're going to call her safe at second as they quickly got the ball in, and Birkeland able to make it safely back to second, and that will load up the bases. Excuse me, that was Kelly on second. So 3 straight singles for the Trojans. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and that will bring up number 24, Eva Birkeland. And she is a sophomore batting .383. That one high, ball 1. Here's a pitch to John. That one hit to third, and that one fielded cleanly by the third baseman. For the third out of the inning, and that will do it for us. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back. It is 3A state softball. It is the Canyon View Falcons and the Morgan Trojans. It is 0-0 as Canyon View was able to get out of that inning. Morgan Trojans had 3 hits and 3 left on base as they were unable to score with runners in scoring position. For the Canyon View Falcons, they will bat Jada Gleave, Kaylee Quintanilla, and Peyton Lister. For the Morgan Trojans, number 24, Eva Birkeland, will be in the circle. Playing catcher is her Elena Birkeland, not sure sisters or cousins. Playing first base will be Stacy George. Playing second, Lexi Hardman. Short, Tess Pollard. Lexi Hardman will be at third. Out in left field, we will have Callie Averett. In center, Josie Kelly. And out in right field, Kaysen Irvin. The Falcons will start out with Jada Gleave. Gleave is batting .460 on the season. So a great hitter for the Falcons. So Birkeland will step on the mound. And here's the pitch to Gleave. That one, little high, ball 1. Here's the pitch from Birkeland. That one swung on hard, foul back. Strike 1, 1-1 the count. In our previous games, Grantsville defeated South Summit and Carbon defeated Manti. So Grantsville and Carbon will face off tomorrow. And then the winner of Morgan and Canyon View will face North Sanpete, the winner of North Sanpete and Union. That one high and outside, ball 2. In 2A, We have San Juan and South Sevier. And Gunnison, and I'm not sure. We'll find out on that one. That one's called strike 2. 2 to the count. You can catch all these games today, tomorrow, and Saturday, as well as 2A and 3A baseball on teamhive.live. And there's a hit by Glebe. That one is hit right to the left fielder. She fields it cleanly for the first out of the inning. And that was caught by Callie Averett.
Now batting from Northfield, number 3, Haley Quintero.
That will bring up Kayla Quintanilla. She is the right fielder for the Falcons. That one swung on. Will it stay fair? And it does not. Barely foul. Great spot. Just a little bit foul. Strike 1. Quintanilla is batting .392, and she has 28 RBIs on the season. There's another swing and a miss. Strike 2. Berkland gets the sign, and here's the pitch. That one a little high and outside, trying to get her to chase. She doesn't. Ball 1. Quintanilla leads the Falcons in stolen bases on the year. So it's dangerous if she gets on base. Ball 2. In 2A in the previous games, Enterprise defeated Millard, and Parowan narrowly defeated Beaver by 1 run in the bottom of the 7th inning to keep their hopes alive in the winner's bracket. Now, ball 3, so full count to Quintanilla. 1 out. Even if you do lose, you can come back and continue to play for championships. You just have a long road ahead. Here's the pitch. That one swung on, fouled off. Keep Quintanilla alive at the plate. Here's the pitch by Berkland. That one high and outside, so she will earn herself a walk, and obviously we know she's dangerous on the bases as she leads the team in stolen bases. That will bring up Peyton Lister, the third baseman. She's batting over .550, so big hitter. They're gonna get the lead runner, so great play by the third baseman, Lexi Hardman, as she made a heads-up play and got the lead runner. And Lister will earn herself a fielder's choice.
Number 32, Cameron Allen.
That brings up Cameron Allen, the catcher. That one's going to get away from the catcher, so Lister will advance to second base. Now in scoring position. And Allen batting .540 on the season with 6 home runs and 40 RBIs, so a big, big hitter for the Falcons. Ooh, look good. A little high. Ball 1. Oh, excuse me. That's ball 2. Here's the pitch from Berkland. And Allen fouls that one off. Strike one. Here's Brooklyn. That one high outside. So 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch from Brooklyn. And that will be ball 4 to Allen. So runners on first and second for number 17, Ellie John. John batting .471, so just some big hitters for the Falcons. And there will be a courtesy runner for Cameron Allen, as she's the catcher for the Falcons. Not sure on the number on the speed up. We'll try to, or the courtesy run them, we'll try to get her. As John will step to the plate. So runners in scoring position for John. That one looks good. Catches that inside corner. Strike one. Here's the pitch from Brooklyn. Swung on by John. That one fouled off. Out of play. Strike two. Brooklyn takes the sign from the dugout. And here's the pitch. Oh, trying to catch that outside corner. I like that pitch by Brooklyn as she trying to get John to chase. Ball one. And here's the pitch. And that is a called strike three as Brooklyn's able to get herself out of the inning. And two runners left on for Canyon View. We'll be back with top of two.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care. Closer to home.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, get a $4,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
Welcome back to 3A State Softball. It is the top of the second inning, and it is still 0-0 as both teams left runners on base. And here's John in the circle, and she is pitching to number 27, Kaysen Irvin, the right fielder. And that is a ball one. And that one is a foul ball, foul back. So strike one to Urban. 2 strikes, excuse me. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Urban is a sophomore batting .444. Here's the pitch by John. That one swung on, fouled off. So good job by Urban, is keeping herself alive at the plate. And we're just getting some more balls as each team has had plenty of foul balls so far. So the winner of this game will face the winner of North Sanpete and Union. And North Sanpete is ahead of Union 4-1. Oh, that one is going to get that outside corner as Irvin goes down looking, and strikeout number 1 for Ellie John.
Now batting playing first base, number 15, Stacy George.
And number 15, Stacy George will bat. She plays first base for the Trojans. That one swung hard to the second baseman, and she's going to throw from the ground for the second out of the inning. And that was number 14, Gracie Burt, with a nice play on second base. And that will be out number 2, and that brings up the left fielder,
number 23,
Callie Averett. And this is the first time Averett's faced John. John's first pitch, ball 1. And Averett's a sophomore, so pretty young team for this Morgan Trojan team. She's going to hit that one to the third baseman, to Lister. Lister, it makes an easy play, so 5-3 out to end the top of the second inning. We'll be back.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Drs. Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, Rhett Smith, and nurse practitioners Wade Hollingshead, Lindsay Cheney, Robin Horton, and Joan Yardley. The Beaver Medical Clinic is a family practice offering affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Welcome back to 3 State Softball on TeamHime.live, powered by Centricom in partnership with KSL Sports. This is the bottom of the second inning, and our score is still 0-0. And that will bring up number 5, Madison Fuller. Fuller bats .485 with 38 RBIs and 5 home runs on the season. Here's the pitch from Brooklyn. That one is down the pipe. Strike 1. Fuller steps up to the plate. And here's Brooklyn's pitch. That one swung on to the shortstop. She fields it. Can she make it in time? And she does. So the 6-3 out for first out of the inning. That was a great play by the shortstop, as it kind of took a funny bounce, and she just stayed back and played it and made a nice throw to first base. Number 24, Avery Trujillo, will come to the plate. She is the first baseman for the Falcons. Here's the pitch. That one's swing and a miss for strike number 1. Brooklyn's going to take the pitch call from the dugout. just a little high to Trujillo, so ball number 1. And there will be a strike 2. One and 2 the count, 1 out as there was a ground out to short. Start the inning. Here's the pitch. That one high. Ball 2. Good patience by Trujillo as Brooklyn delivered a little bit of an off-speed pitch. 2-2 the count. Did it cast the inside corner? It did not. So full count as Trujillo's done a good job battling against Brooklyn. Here comes the pitch. That one's swing and a miss. So strikeout number 2 for Brooklyn. And that will be out number 2. And that brings to the plate number 14, the second baseman, Gracie Burt.
14, Gracie Burt.
Burt hitting .371 on the season with 5 home runs. 2 outs for the Trojans. Great inside pitch by Brooklyn, strike 1. Here's the pitch to Brooklyn. Great little off-speed pitch, strike 2. We'll see what Brooklyn comes at Burt with now. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled back. So 0-2 the count. In the last game against Grantsville and South Summit, Grantsville 15-run South Summit to finish that game. Oh, and there's a nice hit by Burt as she's going to get herself a single and get herself on base. She did a good job. That was a little bit of an off speed, and she just waited on it and drilled it out to left center. That brings up number 19, Sage Hancock. She's a designated player. Hancock batting .429 on the season. That one high, outside, ball 1. She also has 3 home runs on the season, so big hitters for Canyon View. That one will get by the catcher, so Burt will advance to second base. Here's the pitch to Hancock. That one is a strike. Right down the pipe. And here's the pitch. That one high. 3-1 the count. And here's the pitch. Oh, swing and a miss. So full count to Hancock as Brooklyn's done a great job coming back at her. Brooklyn just a sophomore. That one swung on hit to the shortstop. There will be a little bit of a bobble. So On the error, Hancock will reach first, and Burp will advance to third. That will bring up the top of the order, number 32, Jada Gleave.
Now batting, playing shortstop, number 32, Jay Gleave.
Gleave flew out to left field, her first at bat. So runners at the corners.
That was Jada.
2 outs. That one fouled off. Strike 1. So we'll see if Canyon View sends that runner down to second. Morgan, part of Region 13, and Canyon View, part of Region 12. That one a little high, ball 1. And it looks like this is the first time these two teams have faced each other this season. And that is a called strike 2, 1-2 the count. And here's the pitch, that one high and outside. Ball 2. So once again, the winner of this game will play the winner of North Sanpete and Union. The loser will drop down and play Emory at 2:30. That one swung on hard, fielded cleanly by the third baseman for the third out of the inning. So we are through 2 innings, score still 0-0. We'll be back.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery, and sushi made fresh every day. Get all this with hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Welcome back to 3A State Softball. It is the Morgan Trojans and the Canyon View Falcons, and it's the top of the third inning. Score is 0-0 as Ellie John will be on the mound for the Falcons. And number 12, Lexi Hardman, will come up to bat, and she has 21 stolen bases on the season, so super speedy if she gets on those bases. That's a call, ball 1. She had a ground out to the third baseman, her first at bat. There's a swing on and a high fly ball. It looks like the center fielder able to track that one down, and that is caught by number 5, Madison Fuller.
Now playing shortstop, number 18, Tess Pollard.
Tess Pollard will come up to bat. She popped up to the shortstop her first at bat. She's also she's a senior for the Trojans, batting .500. That's a swung on, and that, just off the right fielder's glove, and they're going to go to second. It's going to be close, and she is safe as she able to slide across the base, and a good effort by the right fielder. She almost had it. That was Kaylee Quintanilla. So a great play, effort by her, and a great hit by Pollard, as she earned herself a double. That brings up Kaya Peterson. She had a single her first at bat. That one is a called strike one. And here's the pitch by John, trying to get her to hit that outside corner, and she does. So strike two, 0-2 the count. John with the pitch. That one a little outside, trying to get her to chase on that one. Here's the pitch from John. That one, the little blooper off the end of the bat, fielded by the first baseman, Trujillo, for the second out of the inning, and that does advance Tess Pollard to third base. That brings up the center fielder, number 10, Josie Kelly. She also had a single her first at bat. So a single would score a run as Pollard sits on third base. That one's swing and a miss. Foul ball, strike one. She did get a piece of that one. Ellie John is just a sophomore for the Falcons. That one swung on hard to right field, and that one does drop, so run will score. Here she comes to second, so stand-up double for Josie Kelly gives the Trojans a 1-0 lead over the Falcons. That one was very close to being a home run, but hit the fence, so she does earn herself an RBI and a run.
Number 34, Elena Berkland.
That brings up number 34, Elena Berkland, the catcher. That one's ball one, high and inside. John with it on the mound. Here's the pitch. That one catches that inside, strike one. Duchesne leads the Gunnison Valley 3-2. Oh, and what a great off-speed pitch by John as she gets Berkland to chase. 1-2 the count. It is top of the third as Morgan just scored their run. And here's the pitch. Ooh, just missed inside, ball two. And North San Pete leading Union 4-1. Oh, that's a hard hit ball by Berkland. That one is way over the fence. Home run for a two-run home run by Elena Berkland. And she gives the Trojans a 3-0 lead as she just crushed that ball. So congratulations to her as she just... Here's the pitch. That one a good inside pitch right back to John as she gets the out at first. And great pitch by John as she jammed up George. That is the first out of the inning. That will bring up number 23, Callie Averitt, the left fielder.
Playing left field, number 23, Callie Averitt.
She had a ground out to the third base, her first at bat. That one is fouled back, out of play, strike one. And here's the pitch. She's going to take that one to right field, and she will be safe at first as she earns herself a single on the day.
Now batting, playing third base, number 12, Lexi Hardman.
That will bring up the top of the batting order, Lexi Hardman. She flew out in the third and had a ground out to the third baseman in the first. She leads her base and team in stolen bases. She's going to lay down a bunt right back to the pitcher. Can they get it in time? They do, and that will advance the runner in scoring position. So Hardman did her job as she laid down the bunt for the second out of the inning. That will bring up Tess Pollard, who had a big double her last at bat.
Plays shortstop, number 18, Tess Pollard.
Tess is the shortstop for the Trojans. And Pollard's going to hit it back to the pitcher. So all three outs came for the 1-3, and that'll do it for the top of the fourth. We'll be back.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday health.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care. Closer to home.
Welcome back to state softball action as we have the Morgan Trojans leading the Canyon View Falcons 3-1. It is the bottom of the fourth inning as we've had some quick innings. Last at the top of the fourth, Ellie John was able to get all three outs for the Falcons, the pitcher, and that will bring up number 24, Avery Trujillo, the first baseman. She struck out her first at bat in the second inning, so looking to redeem herself. Trujillo hitting .333, has 15 RBIs on the season. That one high, ball one. And here's the pitch. Oh, that one's a high fly ball. Is it out of play? It is. So strike one. And come out, maybe get a new ball for Brooklyn as we've seen some hard hits out there saying it's all right. She stepped back on the mound. And here's the pitch. Ooh, that one looked good, just a little high, ball two. I like Brooklyn's, pitching style. She has a few different pitches, and she's not giving Canyon View a lot of meatballs to hit, which is great. That one, ball three, 3-1, the count. And here's the pitch. That one right down the pipe, strike two. Full count to Avery. She's the first batter of this inning. That one fouled off. Keeps Avery alive. And you can check out 2A baseball is at BYU and 3A at Kearns, and 2A and 3A softball at Spanish Fork. And what a nasty changeup by Birkeland as she got Trujillo on the strikeout for out number 1.
From second base, number 14, Gracie Burke.
And that's the 4th strikeout for Birkeland. Here's the pitch. That one high, ball 1. Here's the pitch from Birkeland. That one is fouled off and back. This is Gracie Burt at bat. She had a single her first at bat. Burt steps up to the plate. 1 for 1 for Burt. That one in the dirt. Ball 2. Birkeland takes the pitch. That is strike number 2. Catches that outside corner. 2-2 the count. And here's the pitch. That one fouled back. Out of play. This is the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 out. That one in the dirt, so full count to Burt. She was left on base in the 2nd inning. That one a high hit ball. Can they track it down? Oh, and they don't. Off the glove of the center fielder, so Burt will be standing on second base on that error. Sage Hancock will come to the plate, the designated player. She reached on an error in the 2nd inning. That one low, ball 1. Here's the pitch, high, outside, ball 2. Here's the pitch. That one is called strike 1. And here's the pitch from Birkeland. For a ball 3. Three 3-1 the count. Oh, and that one hit. So hit by pitch, and Hancock will find herself on first base.
Now batting, playing shortstop, number 32, Jada Lee.
Brooklyn has only given up 2 walks and then that hit by pitch. She's making these Falcons work for their hits, and runner in scoring position. It's 3-1. Runners on first and second. And the top of the order comes back up with Jada Glebe, ball 1. And here's the pitch. That one, ball 2. And Helena will go out to talk to her pitcher. As the Trojans need this batter out to slow down the momentum of the Falcons. As Bird is on second and Hancock on first with Glebe up to bat. She flew out to left field and then had a ground out to the third baseman her last 2 at bats, so 0 for 2, so she's looking to get herself on base. 2-0 the count. That one catches the outside corner, strike 1. And here's the pitch. That one swung on, fouled back, strike 2. Brooklyn in the center, in the circle. Here's the pitch to Glebe. That one swung on high. It might be trouble. Oh, and it is. They were able to get the out at second as their center fielder tried to make that diving catch. It was kind of in no man's land, and it did advance the runner to third and the out at second. So that is the second out of the inning. Canyon View's looking to get this runner home and to cut into that lead by the Trojans. That brings up Kaylee Quintanilla. She's 0 for 2. Excuse me, 0 for 1. And she's going to get herself a base hit. She's going to score a run. And Speeda Jada Glebe, she's going to make it to third as Quintanilla gets herself a base hit. So Canyon starting to find their bats. That brings up Peyton Lister, the third baseman. Two outs for the Trojans, looking to get themselves out of the inning without giving any more runs. And there's a shot, but the shortstop makes a great play to end the inning. But Canyon able to knock on a run, and it's 3-2 favor the Trojans. We'll be back with the top of the 5th.
This is how 2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, get a $4,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, So if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Drs. Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, Rhett Smith, and nurse practitioners Wade Hollingshead, Lindsay Cheney, Robin Horton, and Joan Yardley. The Beaver Medical Clinic is a family practice offering affordable health care and convenient payment options with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
In the top of the 5th inning, it is the Morgan Trojans with a 1-run lead over the Canyon Falcons 3-2. And that will bring up number 20, Kaya Peterson, who is 1 for 2 on the day. And it looks like we have a pitching change for Falcons. They're going to bring in Lister to pitch and move John over to third. Lister with ball 2, ball 1, 1-1 the count. First time we've seen Lister today. Strike 2 to Peterson, swing and a miss. Okay, here's Lister. And Peterson able to foul that one off, keep herself alive. Lister looks like she might have just a little bit more speed than John, so trying to throw off these Morgan Trojan batters. Another foul ball. There's the pitch, swing and a miss, so strikeout number 1 for Lister, and out number 1 in the inning. That brings up Josie Kelly. She's had a big day for the Trojans with a single and a double, looking to add to that batting average. That one low and inside, ball 1. And here's the pitch. That one, ooh, look good, just missed. Ball 2. There's a swing, kind of a blooper hit. Can she run it out and beat it? She does not, so out number 2 for the Falcons. The 5-3 out. That brings up Elena Berkland, the catcher.
Now batting doing the catching, number 34, Elena Berkland.
So 2 outs for Lister. And here's Berkland. Allen did a perfect job setting up on that outside corner, and Lister just delivered the pitch perfectly. Oh, a little off speed, just missed, ball 1. Does it catch the inside corner? It does. Strike 2. Lister, doing a good job catching those corners for the Falcons. That one just a little outside, trying to get her to chase. Great idea. Here's the pitch, and they get her on the corner looking, and that will do it for the top of the 5th inning. We'll be back after this.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's two 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Welcome back to 3A State Softball. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it is the Morgan Trojans still with that one-run lead. And Brooklyn, that's Eva still at the plate or on the mound. And Cameron Allen will come to the plate for the Falcons, and she had a single and a walk in today's game so far. That one just a check swing as Brooklyn delivered a great changeup and Cameron way ahead of the ball. That one hit hard, takes a bounce, and Allen will beat it out on the error. She's gonna think about going to second, but stays there. So Allen gets herself on. And that will bring up Ellie John, who had a double her last at bat.
Number 17, Ellie John.
Maya Nichols will come in to courtesy run for Allen. Here's the pitch. John swings on it to the third baseman. Do they get her at second? They do. Can they turn the double play? They do not. And that will do it for the lead runner, and out number 1. That was a great job by the third baseman to stick with that play. And here is Madison Fuller. She's 0 for 2 on the day. That changeup just missed, ball 1. That ball in the dirt. She's able to hold John at first. 2-0 the count. That one swung on to the third baseman. Can they get her at 2? They do. Can they get her at 1? They do not. Trying to turn that double play again. Great job by the third baseman. 2 straight balls hit to her. That's out number 2. That will bring up Avery Trujillo. She's the first baseman, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts on the day. That is a called strike 1 right down the pipe. That looks a good pitch to hit. That one in the dirt. They're going to go. She throws from her knees. Do they get her? They do. They're going to call her out. That is Madison Fuller. They're going to get her stealing for the third out of the inning. And Morgan Trojans, looking to add to their lead, will be back with the top of the sixth.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom, it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Welcome back. It is the top of the sixth inning. Morgan Trojans still with that one-run lead. That brings up Eva Birkland, the pitcher, against Lister, and Lister delivers a strike one. Lister a little bit quicker pace. She just steps on there and delivers real quickly, and there's a swung on. That's going to get past the third baseman and the shortstop. So Birkland will get herself on first base with a single.
Playing right field, number 27, Kason Irvin.
That will bring up the right fielder, Kason Irvin. She's 0 for 2 in the game. She's showing the bunt. Oh, pretty bunt. Got the runner. She does get out, but that was a beautiful bunt by Irvin as she delivered that perfectly to advance Birkland into scoring position. That brings up Stacy George. She's 0 for 2. With 2 ground outs on the day.
Number 15, Stacy George.
That's a strike one. Pretty pitch by Lister. That one jammed her up again. Fielded cleanly by the second baseman, and they were able to get the runner at first. But Birkland over to third, looking to score her. Callie Averett.
Playing left field, number 23, Callie Averett.
Strike one, swing and a miss. Here's Lister with the pitch. That one just a little outside, trying to get her to chase. Ball one. Here's the pitch. That one swung on, foul ball. Strike two. 2 down, 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. That one swung on, just foul down the right sideline. Canyon View looking to get themselves out and get to work on the bats, as we have only an inning and a half left for them to cut into this lead. Ooh, just missed on that outside corner. 2-2 the count. Here's a pitch from Lister. That one swung on, Out of play, foul ball. Good effort by the shortstop and the third baseman trying to get that ball. Here's the pitch. That one outside. Full count to Averett. She's done a good job battling at the plate. Here's the pitch. That one swung on a pop-up to the first baseman, and she's able to secure that. And no damage done by the Trojans. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th inning.
Beaver Valley Hospital continues to offer high-quality health care at the state's lowest price. Beaver Valley Hospital has state-of-the-art laboratory and radiology services, including cutting-edge X-ray and 3D ultrasound. The hospital also provides expanded surgical procedures for orthopedics and laparoscopic hysterectomy. Remodeled patient rooms and long-term care facilities combine with compassionate staff to provide our patients a comfortable and healing environment. Beaver Valley Hospital is a proud community supporter and is pleased to sponsor Beaver High School.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Welcome back to 3A State Softball Championship Weekend. You are watching the Canyon View Falcons and the Morgan Trojans. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Trojans have a 1-run lead, 3-2. Over the Falcons, number 24, Avery Trujillo, the first baseman, will start us off. As the runner was picked off on second while she was at to bat the last inning, so she will get her turn again. Morgan looking to sit these Falcons down, and the Falcons wanting to add to their lead. Cut into the lead. Been a very evenly played game between both these teams. That's a swung on ball, but foul down the third baseline, strike one. So San Juan has just defeated South Sevier, so they will continue in the winner's bracket on 2A side. South Sevier will drop down to the 1-loss bracket. And here's the pitch. That one fouled off by Trujillo. Strike two. Count is 1-2 to Trujillo. Here's the pitch. Oh, that one just foul. So Trujillo doing a great job battling at the plate. Brooklyn delivering her some pitches she can hit. That one to the shortstop. She fields it, throws from her knees. Does she get it in time? She does not. So Trujillo beats out the throw, gets a single. Gracie Bird up to bat. She plays second base. No outs. That one is high and outside, ball one. That one high and outside. They're trying to pick her off at first, but throw not in time. Avery makes it safely back. That ball in the dirt. Ball 3-0. We've seen very few 3-0 counts from Here's the pitch. That one, strike one. 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. That one, ball 4. So the tying run at second. The go ahead at first.
Now batting, designated hitter number 19, Sage Hancock.
Sage Hancock comes to the plate. She's a designated player. She reached on an error in the first and then was hit by a pitch. Ball 1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Strike 1. Here's the pitch from Brooklyn. That one in the dirt. Ball 2. That one, strike 2. Hit that outside corner. Brooklyn's done a good job hitting those corners, not delivering any meatballs. And that one swung on. There's a base hit. But the runners will be held, so bases are loaded. No outs. And the top of the order for the Canyon Falcons is up. So this is exactly what you want for the Falcons if you're a Falcon. Not what you want if you're a Trojan.
Playing shortstop, number 32, Jada Gleave.
And Jada Gleave will come up to the bat. She had a single her last at bat.
Can you come down on Saturday? I forgot to ask you.
And the Morgan Trojans coaches just out talking to their team as
You're gonna have on Saturday. Yeah, tomorrow. Yes.
they have bases loaded.
Okay, perfect. That's okay. I forgot to ask you. So. Yeah. Nope. Good. Thank you.
Jada Gleave looking to drive some runs in as the go-ahead run is on second. Tying run at third. And let's see the score to the North Sanpete and Union game. North Sanpete leads 7-3 in our other 3A quarterfinal. And here's the pitch to Gleave, and that's a strike 1. Great pitch, great comeback pitch by Berkland. And here's the pitch to Gleave. That one looks good as well. Caught that outside corner, so now Gleave's going to have to go to work as she's down 0-2. Bases are loaded. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Birkeland. That's out number one. Big strikeout for Birkeland. That brings up Kaylee Quintanilla. She had a single her last at bat.
Number 3, Kaylee Quintanilla.
There's the pitch. And there's another single for Quintanilla, the tying run, and bases are still loaded for the Falcons. As Quintanilla delivered in the exact same spot that she did her last at bat. And that brings up Peyton Lister, who came in to pitch. So Lister looking to give herself a cushion as they go into the top of the 7th inning. That one, ball one in the dirt. Here's the pitch to Lister. That one swung on to right field, and it's going to drop. And that will score a run, and Canyon View has taken the lead 4-3 over the Morgan Trojans, and the bases are still loaded, and it brings up big Cam Allen as she's looking to drive some runs in. Allen reached on an error, her last at bat, and has a single in the game. That one catches that outside corner, strike one. That one high and outside, ball one. So on our next games at 2:30 will be, the loser of this game will play Emory on field 1, and Manti will play Providence Hall on field number 2 on this field. There's a big swing by Allen out to center field. Can the center fielder? She catches it over the fence. But there's an RBI for Allen, and a great play by the center fielder. She's able to track that ball down and dive over the fence for it. So Sage Hancock will score. And then we still have runner on third and first.
Now batting, do the pitching, number 17, Ellie.
And Ellie John will come up to the plate. She has a double in the game. And 5-3's our score, bottom of the 6th. Strike one, and the runner will advance down to second. So a quick turnaround for the loser of this game, as they will play directly after. Winner will not play again until tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the same field, field number 2. And here's the pitch. That one swung high, foul ball, out of play. Here's Birkeland with the pitch. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Canyon View able to take the lead this inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on hard by John. Fielded by and she beats out the throw. And another run will score for Canyon View. As a little bobble by the shortstop. That will bring up Madison Fuller.
Center field number 5, Madison Fuller.
Madison Fuller is the center fielder for the Falcons. That one's going to be a pop-up to the third baseman to get herself out of the inning, but Canyon View able to capitalize on some big hits. Morgan Trojans, this is their last chance. We'll be back at the top of the 7th.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Welcome back to 3A State Softball. We are in the top of the 7th inning, and it is do or die for the Trojans as they are down 6-3 and desperately need some runs or the game will be over. And they will call that a strike. So one. And this is Eva, number 12. Lexi Hardman for the Trojans. She's 0 for 3 on the day. That one ball, another ball. Three, 1 the count. That one is a strike, so full count to Hardman. And Lister delivered on that one. Here's the pitch. That one hit back of the pitcher, fielded cleanly. And Hardman, she beats out the throw. And she's going to get herself on bases. Lister just kind of took her time throwing it, and Hardman, she just speedy down down to first base. Well, that will go on as the Canyon coach wants to talk. They can't believe the call out there. Unfortunately, we don't have instant replay, so I don't know. We're going to confer with the home plate umpire now, as it was a very close call. Hardman is very quick. And they're going to call her a safe, so Hardman beats out the throw. This will go up to number 18, Tess Pollard. She's had a big double in the third inning. Here's the pitch. Ball one. That one's swing and a miss. Big swing by Pollard. And Hardman leads her team in stolen bases on the season. And Hardman gets herself another stolen base. She's now in scoring position. Base hit probably will score her. She is quick. That one hit back at the pitcher again. She will get the out this time, and Hardman does advance to third. And Canyon View is 2 outs away from advancing to the semifinals. Kaya Peterson, the second baseman. She is 1 for 3 on the day. That one high and outside, ball one. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one. That's a great pitch by Listers. Kind of jammed her up on the inside and hits it foul. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch from Lister. That one's going to be hit to the shortstop. And she's able to get the runner out at first, but an RBI, and Morgan Trojans still alive as Lexi Hardman crosses home plate. And Canview 1 out away. Brings up Josie Kelly. She's 2 for 3 on the day.
Center field, number 10, Josie Kelly.
The center fielder had a saving catch over the fence in the last inning. That one off of Lister's hand. Can Burt get it? She does, and that will do it. Canyon View Falcons had defeated the Morgan Trojans and will advance to the semifinal game tomorrow against the winner of North Sanpete and Union. North Sanpete is ahead right now. The Morgan Trojans will drop down to the 1-loss bracket and play Emory.
Good game, ladies. That was a great game. Thank you very much.
Yep, they will play Emory right now at 2:30 on field number 1. So tune in to see all the rest of the 2A and 3A softball action on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom in partnership with KSL Sports.